keeping with that Texas group, so this week, obviously, to some people who were asking where's Kadarius Toney, where is everybody? Well, Mahomes has a training plan. So in that same press conference, Mahomes talked about a training plan that he has with all his receivers. You're going to see a kind of a cycling of them every other day or every other week. With this past week, we saw Travis Kelce. Justin Ross, I think, has been there every session so far. I've not seen a session where Justin Ross is not there. But yeah, Kadarius Toney was there. Richie James, our newest guy, was there. And with the workouts being hosted down at TCU's field, or one of their practice facilities, NFL draft prospect Quentin Johnston is actually attended this session this week. And then earlier today, Chiefs added that they would be bringing in Zay Flowers, another prospect, Boston College receiver prospect, to head down to Texas and throw around with Mahomes. And obviously with pretty much as far as the looking at the kind of tampering issues or whatnot, this actually falls in the guidelines where you can do this. Mahomes, a team's quarterback can work out receivers and stuff, which is amazing as long as the head coach and GM is not there. Mahomes can do this with receivers, which is honestly, I'm surprised more teams don't do this with having their quarterback work out with these rookie prospects to kind of see the guy you would be throwing to, right? Because obviously anybody wants a recommendation for Patrick Mahomes, I would. But my question to you is, JD, with Zay Flowers and Quentin Johnston being there, what does this mean to you as far as where you think our minds are at as far as our first round pick? But also, other question, which is my kind of theory, I think this is just a giant smokescreen, and I think what better way to smokescreen the entire NFL, all the other teams, than, hey guys, look, we're requesting Zay Flowers to come down to Texas with Patrick Mahomes and throw around with him. It's never really been done before. Quentin Johnston's doing this with Patrick Mahomes. Never really been done before, but we're going to do it. We're going to make sure Adam Schefter's the one tweeting about it. What do you think about my theory? What do you think about these two guys working out with Patrick Mahomes?
Honestly, man, I thought that was borderline tampering.
Yeah.
In a sense, in a way, it's like, because I have never heard this being done before. I've never heard it being done before. But if it's allowed, and like you said, if it's the GM and the coaches are not there, that's one thing. I'll get that. Man, look, these young receivers. Okay, I'm gonna say this first. I'll just start with young receivers that have a chance to work with the best quarterback in the business. Why wouldn't you take that chance? Like who's setting you up? Like the agents are calling down to get this thing put together. I mean, well, obviously TCU, they're working out there, right? So that makes sense. But also Zay Flowers coming down from Boston College. I mean, that's something totally different. I mean, these guys flying from across the country come there to work out with Patrick Mahomes. So that's okay. Definitely give these guys maybe a heads up in the game. Okay, what they will see as far as maybe, I know Patrick's not giving them any information as far as like what the play's called, whatever. Just but you run in the route tree. I'm sure it's what they're running route trees. Comebacks, basics. They're probably running go routes, curls, hooks, all those different things, outs, all those little posts, route tree, right? But it gives these guys, man, kind of like a good glimpse into what the NFL is going to be like. Now, obviously, if they don't get, drafted by the Chiefs and they go somewhere else and find somebody with a noodle arm, they're going to be like, oh, Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw like this, right? He's going to see the difference between my quarterback and Patrick Mahomes. So I'm sure they're probably seeing that right now. But for just young guys coming in and working out with Patrick Mahomes, man, that is, oh my gosh, that's a beauty. Why would a guy want to do that? Now, going into what you were talking about, okay? Your conspiracy theory or whatever, like your theory of these things, not conspiracy, I'm going to say this. Will it drive their stock up? I don't know, possibly. Maybe the agent's thinking, hey, if he goes down and works with Patrick Mahomes, maybe their stock will rise with the Chiefs. Obviously, maybe that's what they're doing. Is this a smokescreen for other teams to take wide receivers in the first round? I don't know. I don't know. Because a lot had to happen there, right? A lot has to happen for a team to take this guy uh, that hopefully the Chiefs are hoping somebody else falls their way. And so that's a lot of, grabs and pulls and pushes and, trying to dictate things, right? Picks in your order. I don't know if that's going to happen. Uh, but I mean, it's good theory to kind of work on. Conspiracy theory, like, oh, we see, like he's doing this, and we're over here, right? I love that meme. Great movie. But the thing is, I only see this thing working out with the Chiefs. If the Chiefs are thinking getting a guy in the first round, possibly second, where do we see, Quentin or Zay going? Okay, and we were sitting over saying, like, if the wide receiver this year, I think he was talking about from 1 to 10 is about the same. What's it looking like? What is, because they always talking about the Quentin, how receiver, what is he going to do in the Chiefs offense, right? I done said it's a small man offense. I done said that. Okay, he's a bigger guy. Is he that guy that they need to go stretch the defense? Okay, that's what they're looking for. Zay, same thing. Okay, how's it working in the offense? So I can only see that driving up their stock, man. What do you think so far? What I'm saying, I just, it's a little crazy.
I guess my theory on it was so Zay Flowers, I've seen him mocked anywhere from like pick 10 to like 23. I don't even see him going that far in the draft, like even close to 31. So I think he'll definitely be drafted before he even gets to 31.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnston's been one of the guys who's I've seen him mocked anywhere from like 15 to like second round. So he's the one where I was like, ooh, that's interesting, where he can kind of go anywhere. And I've also seen mock drafts where some draft experts say they wouldn't be surprised if you see no receivers get drafted in the first round. So it's like, that's interesting. Well,
who said that?
I've seen a few mock. I think Kuiper had talked about it. He doesn't think it's going to happen, but he said he wouldn't be surprised if some of the skill positions like receiver and tight end, you may see one go in the first round out between the two positions. So it's like that's where it's like, interesting. So if Mahomes is working out with them and teams who may, let's say, I don't know, let's say the Patriots have, whatever pick they have, and they're big fans of Zay Flowers or Quentin Johnston, for example.
Yeah.
They draft their guy with their pick, and then they see 25, 26, it's getting closer to 31. Like, I really want Quentin Johnston, and I don't want Kansas City to go get him. Maybe they trade back in. Maybe teams who draft early didn't think these guys would be lasting that long. Maybe they trade back in to go get them, knowing, hey, like, not only did these guys have a pre-draft visit, they also had a visit with Mahomes in Texas. Like, that's,
Well, I'll tell you what, man, I just see it as a move. I think a strategic move, basically, from the agent standpoint. Zay Flowers in their camp more than anything else. That's what I see. And I think what they want to do, they want to give, obviously Patrick Mahomes a first look because of the things that Zay Flowers might be able to do, how he fits into the scheme, right, with the Chiefs. I mean, that's the only thing I could possibly see. Because other than that, why would he go out there to go work with Patrick Mahomes for somebody else to take him in the first round, right?
Yeah.
I think that's done for a purposeful reason. The purpose is if they think Zay is going to be there, hey, will you move up to come get me? Am I going to be there at 31? Will you take me at 31? Obviously, every receiver that's coming out wants to play with Patrick Mahomes. You want to play with the Super Bowl winner. You want to play with the best quarterback in football. This is a dream come true, right? So, hey, man, shoot, that to me, that works. Either one of those two guys, I don't see, like you said, may not get out of the first round. If they do, then second round, what would it be? But let's say all the other guys that you maybe be talking about, I don't know, getting. I don't even want to mention other teams. But Chiefs-wise, they've been talking about a receiver, somebody who is that guy. Is it a possibility Chiefs will move up to get a guy like that? I don't know, man. That'd be tough. But it's a possibility. Look, man, like you said, we don't. We hear a lot of different things. Things change daily. Yeah. Things change daily. Seeing where they brought in a lot of defensive ends into the Chiefs to go look at. So that's a whole lot of things they're looking at, man. They trying to get them first, second, third. They trying to make sure they get the right ones uh, uh, that they need and dress. I forgot what it's your brother. He said that the one out Mel Kiper have his 3 picks. I forgot
Yeah,
what his picks
it was McDonald, Will McDonald, Marvin Mims from Oklahoma, receiver. So yeah, Will McDonald, outside backer from Iowa State, first round. Second round was Marvin Mims, Oklahoma receiver, and then Tyler Steen, the tackle from Alabama, in the third round.
Yeah.
I will say I may not agree with the names of that, but I do like the positions. Right? I mean, when you say we're tackling tackle, edge, and receiver in those. I mean, those are positions of need, right?
Yeah, outside linebacker and edge. Is it more of an edge? Outside linebacker, is he a true edge?
He on that ESPN, it was weird. On that ESPN sheet or whatever that Mel Kiper's thing, it says outside backer, but if you go to him, it says D end edge. If you go to his like player profile in Iowa State last year.
Okay. Yeah, he's. And then you said Mims too.
You're not a Mims guy.
Nah, man, he's a straight speed guy. You know, he just like straight ahead speed.
Yeah.
Cuts, man. He don't have that little. He ain't got that little magic in it. You know what I'm saying? They need magic guys. They need guys to wiggle their hips, get open. Mm-hmm. Zay Flowers got that.
That's true.
He has all of that. So. And then you said, who was the other one?
And that's Tyler Steen, the tackle from Alabama.
Oh, yeah, Alabama. So, look, they want to address things they need.
Yeah.
One thing you definitely need is you got to make sure you protect Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Yep. You got to make sure you have a great defense that's going to help Patrick Mahomes on the other side.
Yep.
And if you find somebody that Patrick Mahomes can throw to for the next 4 years, find that guy. You got one guy last year. Okay. We get another guy this year. That's fine. Might be able to find 2 guys.
Yeah.
Justyn Ross, bring it back to him. If he's able to help out, then you got that's sewn some things up.
Yeah. But let's not forget, Tony was a sophomore last year, essentially, sophomore season, and this is going into his 3rd year this year. So
yeah, that's right. That's right. So I mean, you have guys. No, but I think it's a good move on Zay Flowers and his camp. I think that's where it's at. I think it's where they're trying to make a move. Hopefully, the Chiefs will reach out and grab a guy like this.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only thing I can see. To me, that's the only benefit I absolutely see is the Chiefs making that pick. And them guys working out with Patrick Mahomes because they want the Chiefs to get them guys.
Yeah, I think I read it. He thought he was done with his like pre-draft visits, and then all of a sudden this popped up on the radar. Like, yeah, let's go. We're going down to Texas.
Yeah. Hey, go where the best is going to be. Go where the best is going to be.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's kind of funny what you kind of mentioned. It's kind of like he's going to work out with Mahomes, and let's say the mock drafts are right. Let's say he goes early teens. He goes from like playing with Patrick Mahomes to playing with like, I don't know, who's Carolina's quarterback right now? Is it Andy Dalton? Right, as of right now, it's Andy Dalton. They're gonna draft a quarterback, but let's say a quarterback who's subpar compared to Mahomes.
Right.
That kind of sucks for him. He worked out with Mahomes. That was his last quarterback he worked out with before getting drafted by a team who needs a quarterback. I mean, that's rough. Was that Jay-Z lyric going from filet mignon to hamburger helper? There it is.
Exactly.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.